last year, I experimented with a new modality, which was EFT. And I found a lot of pros and cons to this modality. And I have a whole playlist dedicated to this. So while I was prepping and planning for this year to come, I personally adhere to and register with the energetic system or the energetic calendar of the year, which is closely in alignment and tied to traditional Chinese medicine for my diet. And when it comes to collective energies, and truly for me, the beginning of the year ties into the astrology calendar. That is something that personally resonates for me. So right now, I am in a place of reflection and questioning and seeking clarity on what will best serve me in this year to come. And while I was going through my meditations, going through my practices, it dawned on me that affirmation work had truly been a source of self-improvement when I started back in 2023. It is something that I did quite religiously for a few months, and I saw a lot of good elevation, not only in my life, personally, mentally. When I say personally, that's what I mean. But I also saw it reflected in my outer world, in my business. A lot of things that I saw it blossom in, but I made the choice to let in a toxic relationship that had ended. I allowed it back into my space. It is a relationship that time and time again, my spirit guides told me this is not a good fit. This is not a good match. And I ignored it for a number of different reasons. And it ended up being a very big learning experience. But it also cost me a lot, personally, emotionally, and energetically. It really brought me to my knees and almost bankrupted me in a sense from a soul's perspective. So after that relationship ended, I really took it upon myself to ask the hard question of why did I let this back into my life, and how do I address the root causes so I don't let this happen again? Because this person reflected a pattern in myself. So I got really intimate and really honest with myself around where I needed to make changes in my life and what outlets in my life were allowing in these unhealthy relationships, because I knew that romantic relationship was mirroring all the other relationships in my life. So in taking a step back, I realized that I needed to clear my energetic systems. I needed to rewire my energetic blueprint. And this led me on a very deep journey of self-discovery. It led me to leave my role as a massage therapist and dedicate my time and energy into creating energy healing courses. So you have access to the healing that I was doing on myself. That was groundbreaking. It finally allowed me to have the resolve that I had been seeking since I was 18. And having studied and done work as an energy healer, a shaman, it is the culmination of all of that information, all of those studies, and all of the insights that I've gathered from not only working with mentors, but also working with my spirit guides. It's a very powerful tool. And what I did was I cleansed and cleared my auric field. I balanced, cleansed, and cleared my masculine and feminine chakra systems. They're two separate systems, so they could realign. To me, that is the twin flame journey right there. Our outside world will mimic and mirror the areas that we need healing, but truly it's the work that we need to do within ourselves to bring back divine connection of both the masculine and feminine, which has become very polarized in our society for a number of different reasons. And after that was cleansed and cleared, I went and cleansed and cleared my meridian system. And last year I dove into EFT because it was something that came up and was something that I felt called to do. Right now I'm feeling called to get back into mindset work. But last year, what I found was I received a lot of downloads and a lot of information around that style of healing, that self-care technique. And I shared on my channel a lot of the things that I found necessary to get the best results that aren't widely talked about. I created a whole playlist around this if you want to go check it out. And then I shared all of the EFT tapping prompts and scripts that I personally used. And while it was a insightful journey, it's one that really was a stepping stone in understanding the necessity of cleansing and clearing your energetic system. Because if you try to do any of these reprogramming techniques, when you have blockages in any of those three systems, you're going to get hit with resistance. And sometimes it can be more intense for others. Sometimes there's no effect. But as a neurodivergent who is a shaman and energy healer, I knew that it wasn't touching on the depth that I needed to heal on, because EFT only touches on one a very minute level of the meridian system. And many people have a lot of blockages within their energetic system, specifically tied to the meridian. But the meridian is connected into the chakras and the aura. And in clearing them one at a time, you're releasing energetic density from your body, so you have greater ease when it comes to reprogramming your physical body. And your mindset is a part of the physical. Think of the physical as your mind, your chemical makeup. The third bit would be your structure, which is the muscular system, your nervous system, your bones. Those things really play a part in how we move through the world. So mindset for me is one of the first things that should be addressed when you're trying to reprogram your body as a whole. And what came to me during my morning meditation was this internal want and desire to get back into my affirmations. I have tried a number of different styles. I have done quite a bunch of research, and being at a place on my healing journey where I'm finally out of the woodwork of clearing out the intense energetic density that was laying latent in my energy systems. I cleared out a lot of generational trauma. I cleared out collective contracts, soul contracts. I cleared out emotional woundings that really have brought a lot of pain into my life. And having recalibrated my energetic blueprint, I know that I am in a space where my affirmations can really hit. Because when your blueprint is stuck, when you try to do things like affirmations, they can come into a lot of friction with each other. And I believe, even though I was doing all the affirmation work, the fact that I had these woundings, it deterred me from staying the course, and it actually pulled me back in because I needed to heal it. I needed to heal all of this stuff. And in using that moment of realization of how deeply I needed to heal, I used it as a stepping stone of starting to not only rewire my mindset, but rewire my life around being authentic. So when it comes to affirmations, what I did was I sought out the authors that really hit with my soul. I really encourage you to do your research. The person that I found to be one of the most inspirational was Florence Scovel Shinn. And this year, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating affirmation videos where you read 1, 2, maybe 4 affirmations over a 12-minute meditation. So you have time to repeat those affirmations. Neuroscience has found that when you repeat words, your brain starts to register it as real. And it also, I have found, when you are saying these affirmations over and over, it will bring up areas in your life or thoughts that are hindering you from being in alignment with those new positive ways of thinking. And with a longer meditation where you are vocalizing the script over and over and over, it allows you to see where your nervous system's dysregulated. It gives you time and space to regulate. And it also allows you to drop into a deeper meditative state. There's a reason why monks chant over and over. It helps you get into a more meditative state where your subconscious can be accessed with greater ease, which is why affirmations, if done repetitively, can help to reprogram your mind. So with all this knowledge, what I'm doing is I'm taking my favorite author and her 4 books, and I'm listening to them. I'm listening to them all over again. I've listened to them quite a number of times, but being where I'm at now, where my energy is ready to have new thought forms implanted and impregnated into me, I knew that this affirmation experience would be different than the one that I had before. Because having gone through all the work that I've done in the last year, I can now look back and see how my affirmation work was very masculine based. I was trying to force a lot of things. And when you try to force them, it makes sense why I was pulled out of it. I want to create an affirmation program, I guess you could say, where I am very gentle, where I'm very loving with myself, and I'm also honoring the natural progression that it takes to reprogram our minds. But what I am doing is every week I'll be posting a new video that has a few different affirmations that you will have printed up on the screen so you can verbally or mentally repeat them. And you'll repeat them over and over and over until you're prompted to move to the next one. I picked a specific succession of affirmations, so one builds on another. And so your body also has time to absorb them. It has time to process any of the emotions that may come up, any of the resistance. It gives you time to tap into your own verbiage. You may want to change some of the words that are on the screen to better fit your inner knowing and your intuition. I created it so it's short enough and tangible enough to adhere to, but it's long enough to assist your body in reprogramming, and there's not an overload on information, because that's one of the biggest issues I've seen is there is an overload of information when it comes to these affirmation videos, when it comes to subliminals as well. That's a whole nother story and topic. But it really has to do with the overload of information that is being downloaded into your body. And you see a lot of people say, oh, that's normal. It shouldn't be. You should be able to hold space for your body as it's processing, regulate your nervous system. Because once you're regulated, that's when you can get into those divine meditative states where you feel good rather than forcing yourself into feeling good, forcing yourself into that regulation. This is the year where we stop doing that, okay? This is the year where we let ease into our life. And this practice, I am so looking forward to because it's easy, it's tangible, it's doable. And I know that these affirmations really work because they worked for me. I was just doing it from a completely dysregulated place. So being regulated now, because I want to state again, I cleansed and cleared my energetic systems so I can now welcome in a new state of being on a physical level. Because when you cleanse and clear your energetic systems, that allows you to reprogram your energetic blueprint, which then allows you to have greater ease of transitioning, shifting, and recalibrating your physical experience, which is everything from your chemical, the physical body, and your mental mindset. Those are the three aspects of the physical experience that I have found necessary to address. And recalibrating your body can take some time. So this practice is very loving in the sense of you will get there, trust the process. I know it'll be a little bit uncomfortable, but I found in doing minimal amounts of affirmations in a week span repetitively really allowed it to sink into my essence truly. Whereas last time, I still had a lot of doubt. I still had a lot of resistance. Whereas with this, even in making the videos, I'm already noticing my body's like, oh yeah, hell yeah, this is awesome. So I'm super excited to see where this journey takes me. I'll be sharing my experience at the end of this journey with all of you. But in the meantime, I'm going to be sharing every single video. This is what I will be doing. And I do this alongside my energy healing practices. I follow a regimen of clearing and cleansing the pathogens and emotions from my body. I have a regimen of cleansing and clearing the physical body as well to release chronic stress so my body can just feel its best, which is supporting me in reprogramming my physical stature, my posture. It's helping me build better cognition on how I move through the world. It's helping me reprogram my nervous system. It's an amazing tool and one that have been doing a lot of work with, and I know will support me on this journey of reprogramming my mindset. I also have a system where I work with the meridians and I cleanse and clear that system 5 times a year. And then when it comes to the chakras and the auric field, I have a tune-up that I do once a month as well, just for maintenance. Last year was all about deep energetic healing, which I definitely did. And so now I'm at a place of energetic maintenance. And I know that maintenance is something that is a lifestyle, and it will support me in recalibrating my physical body, because last year I reprogrammed the energetic. Now I'm ready to reprogram the physical, and the mental mindset is definitely going to be a part of that. So welcome to this journey of reigniting the passion of affirmations. I will be posting them every single week, Tuesday at 9 a.m. And this will continue until I finish all of the affirmations that I find necessary, or the ones that resonate, to share on this journey, because Florence Scovel Shinn has 4 books, and I really encourage you to listen to her audiobooks. I have them all listed in the Mindset Magic playlist, where all of my affirmation videos will be listed as well. included also this one because I love giving an introduction as to what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, so you have a little more of an understanding. And when it comes to this affirmation practice, I'm really leaning into less is more, that repetition is king, and giving yourself the space to play with those repetitions is queen. Having those two together is a dynamic duo that I don't see many people talk about when it comes to affirmation practice. So that's what I'm implementing. We're merging them, and I'm ready to see the benefits. So if you want in, subscribe to my channel because I will be sharing a whole bunch. And if you feel that someone else could benefit from this, share with them as well. Sharing is caring. And I want all of you to have an elevated mindset in this next year to come. I want you to have all the wins. I want you to have all the comeuppance, as we say in my household. Me and my brother are always like, comeuppance? Yes. Level up. Moving on up. And I want that. I want that for myself. I want it for me. I feel like Snoop Dogg. I want to thank me. I want it for me. And I want it for you. I want it for everybody. So I know one of the things that brings me joy has been creating and sharing ways that you can support yourself. Now, I do want to state again that I have done a lot of work. So my results may vary from yours. You have to take into account how much work you've been doing, how much maintenance work you do, and how regulated your nervous system is. Those are very, very clutch when it comes to reprogramming your essence at large, energetically, physically, and spiritually. So if you are looking forward to this as much as me, put a little heart down below. Give me 3 little hearts because those are my favorite emojis. I love putting the 3 hearts together because it reminds me of the trifecta, the Trinity. I love it. You'll be seeing a lot of that in my posts. So just know that's my little thing. So give me 3 hearts if this resonates for you and if this is something that you want to shift in this next year, this next fiscal year of 2026. So if you want to level on up with me, 3 hearts, baby. So I hope that you have a blessed year to come.